Welcome back, everyone, to episode 7 of my Dragon Warrior extended look / complete playthrough. In the previous episode, we did a whole lot of questing to get a bunch of items that we needed in order to advance the plot. We did get the magic armor, which is something that we badly needed in order to mitigate damage from the higher level enemies that we're starting to see around Remoldar, as well as giving us a passive regeneration buff whenever we're walking around either towns or the overworld map. We use that to go save Princess Gwylin from the Green Dragon in Swamp Cave and return her back to her father at Tanagal Castle. And then we recovered the Silver Harp. I think we did all that in the last episode. It might have been 2 episodes ago. But we got a lot of stuff done. And we also tried to make our way to the next town that we needed to go to, which was Cantlin. I don't know why I have a hard time remembering that name. It's in the southwest part of the map. I got unbelievably close to getting to Cantlin, but unfortunately the enemies were just too difficult to beat on the way there. What we may have to do to make sure that I can make it all the way there safely in this episode, and I did a ton of leveling after that last episode, we may have to run away from some of those enemies until we get to Cantlin and get the equipment there, which should make it much easier for us to combat those types of enemies. I needed $23,000 to pick up the 2 items that we need in Cantlin, the sword and the shield that they have there, which are the best ones that we can buy in the entire game. We already have the best armor we can buy. But those 3 items combined will allow us to take on the tougher enemies around that area of the map. And then after we get that, we begin our search for the best equipment in the game, which is Erdrick's set. He has a sword, a shield. I think it's a shield. It might be armor. And then there is a token that you need in order to get to the final dungeon of the game. Actually, getting the sword requires you to get the token first. The sword will be the last item that we find. And we may not get to that for a couple of episodes. It does involve going into the last dungeon of the game, which is the evil castle, where the bad guy is, basically. The final dungeon of the game is where you find that weapon. In the meantime, we have to get all the way over to the other side of the map, and there is going to be a little bit of a trek to get there, so let's get it moving. I did gain a couple of levels of experience while I was grinding, and I think I learned a spell. Let me pull up the menu here. Yes, we gained... Alright, so outside takes us out of dungeons. Return takes us all the way back to the castle, Tanagal Castle, which we could go ahead and do right now to save us a lot of walking. And Repel, if I understand correctly, reduces enemy encounters, which is what I thought the fairy water was supposed to do. I looked it up. The fairy water is supposed to protect you against flame attacks. So if you're fighting a dragon or an enemy that does a fire breath attack, it'll actually negate that attack, and I think it causes the enemy damage, but I might be wrong. Anyway, let's go ahead and do returns, so we go all the way back to Tanagal Castle. Save us a lot of walking. And, oh, no, wrong way. Go this way. Also, before we start moving, I do have all 6 of the keys that I can carry, all 6 of the herbs I can carry, so there's nothing else we can get from those. Let's get our magic back. And I was full on health. Yeah, because my maximum HP is 80, so we're all set there. So the biggest problem we were facing on the way to Cantlin before is there were a ton of wyverns, however you say it, that were absolutely destroying me. They do say that on the way there, you should try to avoid those enemies altogether. The StarWyverns, and I think they said the Werewolves were also pretty tough to fight, so we'll probably do a little bit of cheese to try to get around fighting those guys if necessary. All right, let's do it. Now this time, in order to try to avoid some of the aimless wandering that we were doing in the last episode, I'm just going to use a map. I do have a map pulled up here. That'll make it a little bit easier to figure out where we're going. I don't know why I'm seeing these enemies. Just run away, guys. You're not going to defeat me. Get out of here. I already wrote the larger majority of the thoughts I was going to offer on this game when we do the conclusion of it. One of the things that I did point out, and I still think it's worth mentioning, is this game doesn't necessarily get the idea of the enemy being too weak or scared to fight you right. In the game that I think they should have pulled their... Well, they couldn't have pulled it. The game came out like 7 years later, but the game that does this better, or maybe even the best of any game that I've ever seen, is Earthbound. I've never played Mother, so I don't know if Mother does the same thing or if it was unique to Earthbound. But Earthbound makes it so that once you level up enough, the enemies that you actually physically see on the overworld map will run away from you. They won't run towards you to try to engage. That is how you want to do it. Not only that, but if you actually fight certain enemies after you've leveled up enough, they can't hurt you. They won't even, you won't even see the battle. It'll just end. As soon as the little swirly thing pops up on the screen that normally happens whenever you get in a fight, you just see a flash and it says, you won. That's how quick it goes. They should have been doing that here. Fighting red slimes and magicians and drakes. They're not tough enemies. But getting interrupted while you're walking just so they can tell you, oh, fight over, is not fun. It's not making the gameplay better. I can kill this. It's going to do a little bit of damage. Not too much. Alright, so here is where we're going to start seeing tougher enemies. We'll go ahead and do a save here. And this is where I may be better off avoiding some of the conflict, because they are going to be tough. I'll try to walk on the grass, because the grass is the lowest encounter rate anywhere in the game. We can fight some of these enemies. I'm not going to run away from all of them. And again, I'm getting some health back with every step I take, so it's not like I'm on a constant rundown of health. I am getting some of it back. Oh, uh-oh. I think we can do this guy. Come on, get his ass. Oh, you little dick. The worst part of fighting these guys is they just keep healing. Get out of here, jerk. A little heal myself. Now, I don't know if Repel works on higher level enemies. It may not. Cross the desert. Go this way. Go down through the mountains. Uh-oh. Let's run away from this guy. Please. Okay, good. Uh-oh. Kill him. Gone. Get out of the desert. Oh, God! Okay, this is when you want to start running away. Uh-oh. Look at that damage. Oh. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me, game! Oh, that sucks. Alright, here we go. Oh, boy. I mean, you have to make this trip. Maybe they expect you to do a little more grinding, but there's only so much you can do before enemies just start avoiding you. Let's do stop spell on him. Get him to knock off the healing. Yeah, get out of here, jerk. Got him. Alright, let's do a quick heal. We got a long way to go still. We're not there. One of the things that we have to do is we have to go up along this ridge line of mountains that go to the northeast. And there's probably going to be a lot of encounters on the way there, but that's the only way to get to Cantlin. And this is the way I went initially. I was kind of following some written instructions, but they weren't the best in the world. I don't care. I'm going to fight you. Ow. Oh, God. It's so hard. I need that shield bad. Heal. and heal. Okay, well, that's enough. Save. Hey, don't bump into the wall, idiot. Get in the woods. There you go. A little bit of progress here. Good. 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 Not this ladder. Or this bridge, rather. This bridge leads to something that we're going to have to go get later, and there are two ways to get to it. This is the more taxing way to get to it. And then there's a much longer winding path that you can follow to get to it. That gives you a lot easier shot at picking up the item. But there is a mission critical item. That's the Erdrick token is this way. We're not going to go for that yet. We want to try to get the equipment out of Cantlin town before we do this. You can see the bridge back there is the way to the longer route. Let's save. Let's see if we can do this. We'll try to fight them, but they do recommend running away from this fight right now. And that's why. Oh, God. Oh, half my health. I am bleeding magic right now. All right, go. Oh, I can see clearing. Run. This is a tough fight. All right, go, 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 go. We're almost there. We're almost there. Save. It's a straight shot south from the swamp here. Go. Made it. All right, now, before I do this, save. This is where we fight the Golem to try to get into Cantlin town. I do have the Fairy Flute, and as we heard from the people in the village of Cole, the Fairy Flute puts the Golem to sleep or nullifies him somehow. There he is. All right, so item. Where is it? Fairy Flute. What a beautiful melody. Closes his eyes and settles into sleep. Let's beat the crap out of him. Ah, crap, he fell. He fell asleep and then woke back up. Do it again. Alright. Let's use an herb. Damn it! Quit waking up! You're not supposed to be waking up, dude! This is brutal. All I can do is heal. Thank you. I mean, he trucked me with that one hit. Let's do one more heal. Good. Now let's kill him. Kill him. Oh, boy. It's not even worth the fight. God damn. We made it! Oh, boy. That is a challenge even after I leveled up. A bunch. That was brutal. Let's see what this guy has to offer. We deal in weapons and armor. What do you wish to buy today? No, no, no. No, 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 no. So, there are multiple shops in this town, apparently. Welcome to Cantlin, the castle town. Castle made entirely of red clay brick. Not very durable against cannon fire. The Traveler's Inn, that's expensive, but we need it, so let's do it. How do you know if I spent a good night? I didn't tell you I did. 'Tis said that the Dragonlord hath claws that can cleave iron and fiery breath that can melt stone. Dost thou still wish to go on? No! Thou art truly brave. What you got? Tools. You got herbs. I definitely need more of those. Yes. 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 No. And let's make sure we got our max. Yes, we did. And it looks like there's something up here to go find. Bloop. Okay. Search. Of course not. Damn it. You fooled me, game. You got me. What you got? Come buy my radishes. They are fresh and cheap. Buy thy radishes today. Eat and sell them to me. Welcome, we deal in tools. Well, let's see what kind of tools you got. All right, so if you wanted a pair of wings or you didn't get the dragon skill earlier in the game, you can get them here. I've already gotten those, so we don't need them. What you got? What shall I get for thy dinner? Radishes? They're up here. Where's the Puff Puff salesman? I know nothing. Yeah, no kidding. She just straight up lays it out for you. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Don't talk to me. I'm dumb! It is said that many have held Erdrick's armor. The last to have it was a fellow named Wynn. Okay, well, let's see if we can find Wynn. He's not here. Search. I think I'm on top of a chest, aren't I? No? Okay. Take? There's nothing to take here, Lord Nub. What about thy lady's hand in courtship? Well, I'll buy some fairy water for 38 gold to keep the Dragonlord's minions away. We already have one bottle, and I don't think we have room for anything else. Let's see what we had. We have to have the scale, the fighter's ring, and Gwyland's love. We have to have the staff of rain and the stones of sunlight. I would like to keep the wings, and we already have one bottle of fairy water. I don't think we can carry another. We can talk to her and see. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, well, it is what it is. No big deal. Grandfather used to say that his friend Wynn had buried something. Buried something of great value at the foot of a tree behind his shop. Well, if we find Wynn, we'll know where to look. Hey, there's the doofus. I'm Nestor. Hey, where am I? No, don't tell me. Goo! I was put in the game by Nintendo. 'Tis said that Erdrick's sword could cleave steel. Okay. Weapons and armor. Let's see if they have what I'm looking for. No, but if you needed magic armor, you could buy it here. You don't need it. Alright, so we have a couple of paths that are locked by magic doors. We'll try this. We'll do a little save scumming, because I don't want to waste a key on something that's not going to give us anything of value. Well, you can buy a key here if you want it. Let's see what the other guy had. Weapons and armor. Bingo! Here's what we were here for. Alright, so we want the flame sword. Well, wait a minute. Before we do that, let's take a quick peek at the stats. Alright, so our current attack power is 88 and our defense is 68. Sword first and foremost. We want more damage. That's fine. Okay. And then we want the silver shield. Expensive. Replacing a very crappy shield by comparison. Alright, no. Alright, so we had 88 attack and 68 defense, and now we have 96 damage, which isn't much of a boost, only 8 points. And 78 defense, so 10 points up from what we were at before. That is, well, hold on, yeah, that is the best equipment that we can possibly buy in the entire game. The remainder of the best equipment is the Erdrick's gear, which is what our next objective is going to be from this point going forward for the rest of the game. We have a salesman here who can sell us keys, so I don't see a reason why we can't go and poke around the game world a little bit with what we have. To learn how proof may be obtained that thy ancestor was the great Erdrick, see a man in this very town. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. I think it's this guy right here is what he's talking about. All right, save state. All right, this is going to be a tough walk. Here we go. 1. All right, 15 points each. So we're at 65. 50, 35, 20. All right, so I can take one more and then I have to heal. Just go ahead and heal up real quick. We take 4 steps. 1, 2, 3. We're out. Let us wish the warrior well, and may the light be thy strength. Thou may go in search. Tentacle Castle travels 70 leagues to the south and 40 to the east. 70 south, 40 east. We have to remember that. That's where we go to get the token that we need. We had to do this because I don't know if you can find the item without talking to him. Maybe you can. I'm not certain. Try outside and see if it gets us out. Well, yeah, let's do that. Oh, damn. I was hoping it would take me out of the area. Okay, well, we'll do it this way then. Only works in dungeons. No, I don't want to talk to you again. Stop. Stop it. Yep. Okay, 76. So we can go 61, 46, 30, 16. Heal a bunch. May have to dip into the herbs, too, to get out of here. This is when a higher quality of heal spell would be nice, but we haven't earned that yet. Alright, so... This will be 54. Okay. Next would be 39. 25... 10, we're out. Can I go this way to get out? Yep. Alright. There we go. Whew! Let's go take a walk around town and recover all that health we just lost, or just spend $100 and get it back. Yep. Now, I would like to see what's in here. May not be worth it. Not a big deal. Hey, yo, come here. Come here. Come here, fat boy. Come, get over here. Don't make me break this wall. Come to me. Come here. No. Down. There you go. Talk. My grandfather Wynn once had a shop on the east side of Hauksness. Whatever. He's basically telling you where to go find Wynn. Wynn is where we go to get the Erdrick armor. So that is our next objective. Yeah, we didn't need to do the key to find that information. That's fine. We'll play by the game's rules. The game wanted us to do it that way. We'll do it that way. Let's go ahead and buy some keys. We can afford it. We're not hurting for cash anymore. We actually have all the best equipment that we can get in the game. Let's go ahead and stock up on keys. Yes, they charge a premium for those keys. That's just the way things are going to be from now until the end of the game. Yep, we have all the herbs, all the magic keys. We have the best equipment that we can get in the game. We have the instructions for how to get the Erdrick token. Now, here's the thing. It's in the middle of Poison Swamp. We take damage when we walk through Poison Swamp at a rate of, whatever it was, 5 per step. And that swamp area is very big. Here's the catch, though. If we go back to Hauksness Village, which we have to go back kind of the way that we came here, there is a set of armor, Erdrick's armor, that actually allows us to negate the damage you get in Poison Swamp. So ideally, you want to get that armor first. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and head to Hauksness Village. It's going to be dangerous again, because we have to walk back the way we came. But we'll have a chance to get the... In fact, what we may do, because it's actually pretty close to where we start seeing the bad enemies. We could just return to Tentacle Castle and take the easy route all the way back down to where we had come from, and I think that may be the right choice. So basically, we're done in Cantlin for now. Let's go ahead and return. Back to Tentacle. Hey, what up, bitches? I'm back! I don't think they would like it if I did that. They'd probably be upset. How dare you call the Lord's people his bitches? Or your bitches, whatever. Look at my shiny new shield. Look at my sword that's constantly on fire so I can't put it down or it burns things. How does that work? Is it a magic flame that doesn't actually burn anything except for bad guys? Or is it something that's literally a sword that's just constantly on fire and he has to like put it in a special asbestos scabbard to keep it from burning things? Ooh, 35 damage. Killing enemies now. The next level is 16 and we get that at 13,000 experience. Now, after we get level 16... every level from there until the final level that you can gain in this game, which is level 30, you have to earn 4,000 experience. There was a ramp up in how much experience you needed up until we got to this level we're about to gain, which is 16, where it gradually required more and more experience. But once you get to 16, they cap it, and they say 4,000 experience per level. So, and part of the reason for that is we're running into the toughest enemies in the game at this point. That's why they cap it. Because there's no better enemies to fight to gain experience after this. Dead. I see ya. Get out of here. Go away. I do recommend you try to get to level 16 before you do this fight. I think we're going to be fine. We'll find out when we get there. If it's really bad, I'll just go ahead and level a little. It's already going to take a ton of grinding to get the final levels that we want for the game. The guide I'm looking at says try to get to level 20 before you start the final encounter of the game. That sounds reasonable. We might go a little bit over that. Maybe go to like 25. Damn, you're still taking a ton of damage from these guys. God. Good thing we have a lot of grassland to walk on, except we took 2 steps and fought another one. My guy, you shouldn't be crushing me at this point. I've leveled enough. I've earned the right to not be just crunched every time I fight you guys. It's over here. Alright, so this desert may represent another difficulty bump in terms of enemies, so we're going to save right at the step here. Just in case. This way. There it is. That's Hauksness. You jerk. Well, let's go ahead and stop him from casting any spells. Heal. And then start beating his ass. No. No, you don't. Good experience, or well, decent experience. Good money, I should say. Alright, here we go. This is not a good town. Let's save. I think we might even run into some enemy fights here. I think. Yep, look at that. We have to fight it. I don't think there is a way to avoid this. Except for trying to run away, but they're just going to keep showing up. Good lord. Alright, screw this. Yeah, of course he did. That is why I saved at the foot of the entrance. I need heal more, sir. Alright, they said there was a shop that had a wood behind it somewhere. Maybe that there in the center? Uh-oh. I'll try to kill it. First things first, gotta stop spell that guy. Oh, damn it. Of course you got your turn off. Dick. He's a wizard and he's crushing me with just regular hits. I'm dead. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do this way. Search? No? Maybe the wood's back here. Gotta try to kill it. Damn it! Oh, you suck! Don't heal! Don't kill me before I kill you. Brutal, and it is not worth all the expensive health that we just went through. This is the cost of getting the best equipment in the game, I guess. Alright, search. They did say it was on the ground somewhere near or behind a shop, right? Alright, well, let's see if there's another set of woods behind a shop somewhere. Oh god, no, 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 run. No, 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 no. We beat it before, we'll try again. So much damage for each hit. I'm dead. He's gonna kill me. Why the hell do you keep dodging? This is bullshit. They should not be able to fucking dodge that easily. Maybe up there? One of these? No? One of these. One of these. How about the one right there? Axe Knight. I haven't seen one of these yet. I think they have a heal spell. Let's stop spell this guy. Good. Can't heal himself. Let's see if we can put him to sleep. No. Oh boy. Jeez. We're just caught in a loop. Can't beat him. Oh, Jesus. Just do the herbs until we get all our health back. Or as much of it as... Oh, God, come on, man! Alright. Gotta fight back. Thank you! Oh, boy. There's brown... Aha! Got it! Alright, so do I have to... Oh. But I just put it on? Oh, yeah, there you go. I just put it on. So, like I said before, one of the things that you benefit from by putting that armor on is that you no longer take damage when you walk over the poison swamp areas. So the ground right here to my left, I should be able to step in at no harm. Yep, just like normal. All right, and that is it. I don't think there's anything else in this town that we can find. Nope. All right, yeah, we're done there. All right, cool. All right, save. Whew. Difficult, but we had to do it. Also, and I didn't see this before, we get a big bump in our defense again. It goes up another 4 points. So that is the best armor in the entire game. We don't get a shield, as far as I know, for the set. We just get the sword and then the token item. And the token item is what we're going to try to go for next. The token item is in the area that they told us about before. The guy said it was 70 leagues south and 40 leagues east. How do you know where that is? Wyland's Love shall tell you. Where thou art, the castle lies 46 north, 18 to the east. So we need to go east so that she says she's to the west of where we're standing. If the location of the token is 70 south, 40 east, we need to be 70... the castle needs to be 70 north and 40 west of where we're at, if that makes sense. If I don't sound like a complete idiot trying to explain that. Now, the problem is, we've burned a lot of magic doing that fight, so we have to try to get through this area without taking a ton of fights and getting in dumb situations. That was good. Maybe get out of the desert here will help out a little bit. Right into the mountains. Toughest area. Except for maybe the desert. The desert's pretty bad, too. Run. I want to fight you. Unless I have to. Alright, so. I'm going to save here. I do these in steps because if we get into a really bad run of fights, we have to restart and do the best we can to avoid that stuff. We want the bridge right there. So normally this would be the worst choice if you were going this way, because this would be the path that would run you through a long portion of swamp, where every step is costing you 5 hit points. Plus, you could still get in fights in the swamp. Thankfully, you don't suffer damage while you're fighting in the swamp from being in swamp, but you still have to walk through the area. Heal up. Okay. And in theory, we're going to see the worst enemies in the entire game in this area. Let's go ahead and try to fight this guy without his spells. Ha! You get nothing! And now I get to beat your ass. Spin move! He's dead. Oh god, another one. This is the one I'm going to run away from, because he hits hard. Yay! Oh, come on! I took one damn step! Leave me alone! Alright. So. Check with Gwylin. Where are we? We're at exactly the right elevation, or longitude, but we need to go about 23 steps to the right from where we're at. So we'll save. There we go. 22, 21. Stop spell him. Damn it. Stop spell him. Yeah, you don't get no magic. You can fight me with your hands. You're very powerful hands, but you're not getting to use magic on me, buddy. God damn it. Why is he so strong? You're a wizard. That's what you should be trying to do, is using those stupid spells. Dick. They do give you a lot of experience, though. Alright, so we were 21, 20, 19, 18. I'm running away. You hit too hard, and I'm not playing this game with you. God damn it! Oh, and you cast your spell! Get out of the fight. Thank you. Alright, 19. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Check with the Quilin. I need to go 6 squares to the east. Let's use an herb. We can burn an herb. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be it. Alright, let's fight the guy. Get out of here, you piece of garbage. Garbage. I can't speak. Well, let's see if we got it. Aha! We got it. Alright, we have to get rid of something. Let's see what we had in the inventory that we can get rid of. Really nothing. There really isn't anything we can get rid of. Except the wings. I guess we don't need the wings because I have a spell that'll do the same thing. So get rid of the wings. Alright, we got it. So, we have one other item that we need to get in order to access the final castle of the game. One of the things that we had to do as part of the gameplay was we had to pick up a couple of key items that allow us to access the final continent of the game, which is kind of in the dead center south of where Cantlin Castle is. And we already had 2 of them. We had to pick up the Staff of Rain and the Stones of Sunlight. I believe the Silver Harp was used to get the Staff of Rain. We had to trade it, basically. Those 2 items we take to a particular cave that was south of Remoldar and get the final item, which is called the Rainbow Drops. Once we have the Rainbow Drops, they'll create a bridge to the central continent that leads to the final castle, and that is where we go to get the best sword in the game, and then obviously fight the final boss. So we're basically in the end game at this point. Let me go ahead and return to Cantlin Castle. We're done here. We don't have any reason to go there except to grind for experience, and it's pretty dangerous, so we'll find other places to take care of that business. Too dangerous. Just too dangerous. Spell. Heal. There we go. Talk to the old man. Alright. No quick way to get back to Remoldar. We still have to walk there, but we are benefited by the better armor and the better sword. So now when we get to the enemies over around where Remoldar is, they're not going to pose a challenge anymore. They really weren't a challenge while I was grinding for experience, which is where I was doing most of the leveling, was right outside Remoldar. In fact, we may be at the point where they just run away. Some of them. Not all of them. We can't take a shortcut now. We can cut through the swamp and not risk any health loss by walking through it. It is over this way. I appreciate the idea that if you walk across ground that's not open field, there's an increased encounter rate, but my god, the mountains are just not worth walking through. So many fights. So many fights. Why the hell aren't these enemies running away anymore? I used to scare you guys, and now you all want to fight me. See? He gets it. Alright, so we want to get across this bridge. Go through this swamp to the swamp cave. Dead. Go. No harm from the poison. See ya. And we know we just gotta go south. Okay, we should be right around where the stairs are. Go ahead and do Radiant real quick. Do. Right there. Stairs. Dead. Ah, not quite. Like to think he points his little purple orbed staff at me and yells, "Search!" And I go, hangnail. I see you, wolf. Come on, guys, seriously. I don't need to do this anymore. It's not helping the game. It's not making it faster or more fun. Let's just skip all this nonsense. No more weak enemies that aren't really helping your cause. Let me get to where I'm going. Yes! He had a turn before I did, and he ran away. This may not be a good place to grind for experience anymore. Jazz hands. Okay. We'll go ahead and hit up the inn. We don't need it. We haven't really lost much, but we'll cap off our health and hit points or magic points before we go to the cave where the rainbow drops are. I don't know how big it is. May not be big at all. Maybe a very small area. And maybe just like where we went to get the Stones of Sunlight, or was it the other item? Oh, am I blanking on it? Staff of Rain. One of those two was just an open cave that you could see in just fine, and you talked to the wizard and he gave you the item. In fact, they may have both been like that. But ultimately, we need to go to this cave. Oh, crap. Yeah, let's go in and buy some herbs. Don't want to forget that. Nope, not you. Is there an item shop here? I don't know if there was an item shop here. Oh, no. We might have to go back to Cole and get the items. Unless there was... Well, let me see if I can find a guide that tells me what the shop in Remoldar sells. Shops in Remoldar. No. There is no one who sells herbs here. Alright, well, this may be a risky run, but we'll give it a shot. I would really like to have those herbs when we go into a dungeon, but can't make the shops here sell it if they don't have it. Alright, so we'll save. Head on out. Did note while I was grinding that to the left side of the mountain ranges was a better area to grind for experience and money than the east side. As you saw these guys, and they were fairly easy to kill. And you also saw a lot of gold mans, and they were dropping like 200 bucks each kill, so they were worth a lot of money. There's the cave right there. Jazz hands. Gets deeper and growlier every time I face one of these guys. Eventually, it's going to be like a low grumble. Jazz hands. Well, here's hoping I didn't need do a save state here. Why not? I didn't need any herbs to do this. Look at that! We don't need it. We'll just walk in and talk to this guy. Now the sun and rain shall meet, and the rainbow drop passes to thy keeping. Anything else? Thou hast no business here. Go away. Get out of here, you done, kid. All right. So we lost the 2 items we had, right? Yeah, we don't have the Stones of Sunlight. We don't have the Staff of Rain. Now we have the Rainbow Drop. The Rainbow Drop will create the bridge to the final castle of the game. Level up. Go in the final dungeon. Beat the boss. Game over. I did 2.5 hours of grinding off camera, plus the 7 on camera that we'll have after the end of this episode. So this is a very brisk experience, all told. You don't get a lot of RPGs that you can beat as quickly as this one, apparently. Now keep in mind, I still want to get to at least level 25, and we're at level 15. I'm going to spend a ton of time grinding for experience off camera. We're not going to do that on camera. I think I'd probably take another 5-6 hours, I would guess, to get the levels necessary to do the final castle of the game, so we're not going to do that on camera. I love yammering on incessantly about dumb crap, but I don't know if I want to do that on camera. I'll just do it off camera. We should be focused on progress, real meaningful progress in these episodes. But the process of getting to this point has been very quick. So we're going to do 2 things, and then we'll go ahead and end the episode. Number 1, we're going to go... Yes, I did kill a gold man and get a ton of experience there. Jazz hands. He's getting sassy with it. Jazz hands. I don't do jazz hands. I do heal myself, though. Jazz hands! Come on, game, seriously? Yeah, get out of here. You're not a serious threat. You're just wasting my time and yours. You too, get out of here. I can one-shot you fools. We shouldn't be facing each other. This is not how you get to the final dungeon. I just want to go buy the herbs that I need. Radiant? Surprised the Druids aren't running away from me. Okay, guys, I got it. Thank you. Go away now. There you go. Ow. Are you kidding me? Why is this corner of the dungeon so full of fleas? Oh, excuse me. Druids. Little. There we go. Take the stairs. Going back up to coal. We're going to buy those herbs. We're going to turn right back around, go back through the swamp cave. And then we will... It's not in the desert. It's north of the mountains ahead of us. Go to the west of where the swamp cave leads out on the southern end. And that is where we create the bridge. If it hasn't already just popped up on its own. It may just pop on its own. I don't remember. And do you sell the items? I think so. No, you don't. Damn it. All right. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, damn it. Nope, you're the inn. We'll probably hit the inn just to get... Oh, crap. Does no one sell herbs here? Or do I gotta waste a goddamn key to do it? No, I gotta waste a key. I don't think I do. And what do you tell me? Though thou art brave as thy ancestor, Lord Nub, thou cannot defeat the great Dragonlord with such weapons. Thou shouldst come here again. In other words, hey, go get the sword first, but we have to go into the final dungeon to get it, so he's not telling me anything useful. Can you move, dude? Thank you. He really wanted to stare at me. That's what I needed. There we go. All right. Yes. Yes. Just buy him up. Buy him all up. Want all the herbs. Oh, already done. Okay. I did lose one angel wing as a trade for getting the Erdrick's token. We should be able to get it now. There we go. And if I need to get rid of another item in the final dungeon, we can certainly do that. But the important part was we needed to have Erdrick's token to finish the game. Fairy Flute to get into Cantlin, which we may need every time if we go back there. And the fairy water will probably find use in the final fight of the game if he does fire breath attacks, which I don't know. And we have to have the rainbow drop to create the bridge to get to the final castle. This guy again. Get the hell out of my way, dude. Go. You are not useful. Don't you son of a bitch! Get out of my way! I wish this was my sword and I was stabbing you in the chest right now, dude. Get out of here! He just doesn't know how to take no for an answer. He wants to sell me some goddamn Boy Scout popcorn or whatever. I hate to say it, because this is just what I have to deal with. I don't go to the local grocery store on weekends, ever, because it is nonstop. Every Saturday, usually Sundays too, but mostly Saturdays, if you go to the local grocery store, there's either a Girl Scout troop or a Boy Scout troop camped out in the front. And if they're not there, it's usually someone else begging for money of some kind, like an organization that needs money. Every single time. And it's like, listen, I like that they have groups that do this, but when you gotta pay 20 bucks for a box of popcorn or a little tiny package of cookies that get smaller and use worse ingredients every year, I don't want what they're selling. And if I need something to eat and that grocery store is being platooned by a group that's going to beg me for something on the way in, I'm just not going to go. I'll do a drive-by to see, all right, are they hanging out by the front door? They are? All right, screw it. We're going somewhere else. There is a limit to my charity, and I don't like being strong-armed when I need to go get food. Not to mention, and this is the funny thing, I think a lot of supermarkets have wised up on the appeal of the cookies that they make. Like the Girl Scout organization that makes the cookies, whoever it is, it's not actually the Girl Scouts. Well, maybe it is. So my local supermarket will sell off-brand cookies that are identical to what they make. Samoa's, their most popular one, you know, the coconut with the caramel and chocolate fudge stripes on shortbread cookie. They sell that. They sell it there, and it's like, I don't know, $3, $4. So every now and then, if I have a craving for a Samoa cookie, I'll just go there and buy them. Like, screw you, Girl Scouts! I'm not paying 20 bucks for a small tin of cookies. So this is where the cross point is. I don't know if it just pops if you walk here or if you gotta use the item. You gotta use the item, I bet. All right, here we go. Rainbow drop! Lord Nub held the rainbow drop towards the sky! That's pretty cool. Ta-da! All right, we're gonna try to make our way to the castle. I don't know what we gotta do to get the sword. I want the sword. It may be too difficult to get to without a little leveling. Let me see how far we gotta walk to get to it. Basically, running the hell away from fights as much as possible. Alright. Well, let's go this way. Probably gonna have to run. Some of these fights are gonna be tough. Dead. Alright, cool. Should have saved state here. Well, we did just a second ago. It's fine. Keep going. I'm not fighting every 2 steps, dude. I'm just not doing that. You need to give me a little bit of walking space. Whatever. Do it again. Yeah, keep doing it. Waste your turns. I win. Good job, idiot. Good thing we have the Erdrick's armor. We don't take damage here. There's the castle. Alright, so. Ugh. Let's run. Damn it. Oh, no way in hell. Get the hell away from me. Alright, so... God, I wish I had a map. See if I can find a map for this real quick. I know it seems like cheating, but... I just want to get the sword, and then we can challenge the dungeon another time. It's tough. It's going to be a long trek. I think we'll make this a little bit longer episode, and then the next episode, which will probably be the conclusion of this particular long play, we'll do the final dungeon after I've done some significant leveling. But we want to try to get that sword before we move on to the final boss fight. So let me make sure we got this. There we go. Cool. No messing around with the light yet. I wonder if I can... There's no way it's going to work. Use Repel. Well, let's find out. Yeah, there's no way it was going to work. I knew it. Oh, God, I hate these guys. I hate you. I hate you. Stop spell him, please. Good. Now you have to use your hands. Now we do hand-to-hand combat. No, you don't. Wrong. You wanted this, I didn't. That's right, you lost your life as a result of your choices. Alright, oh. So we have to go, oh boy. Ugh. That sucks. Oh, it doesn't damage us anymore. Oh, there's a secret passage underneath or behind the throne. I think there was a person who said something about that in the game that we heard about. So let's search. Bingo. Stairs. Ah, now we're going to start having some problems seeing. All right, so we went to 1. Where's 1? Just went to... There it is. Okay. Oh boy. Long walk. Yep. Alright, here we go. We have to get to that passage right there, I think. That we were just looking at, but we'll follow this as long as we need to. Down, and then all the way to the right. Cannot believe we have not gotten in a fight yet. There we go. Oh, this guy was tough to fight. Let's do a quick save. Try to run. Got it. Okay. Go down these stairs. Pause. I need to go from here. Where am I? Okay. I think I know where I gotta go. Alright, so we gotta go to the stairs directly to the left of where I'm standing. Which is up, no, up, down, over, down, over, down. Go, quick, the magic wears up. So it was working. I guess. Okay, nope. Down, idiot. Go. Not a chance in hell were we fighting this thing. Get out of here. Not at this level, buddy. Not at this level. No. Run. Alright, stairs. Pause. Alright, B took me there. And then we want to go left and down. In a big loop. Alright, go. Nope. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. I'm not doing it. You're too tough. I can't handle it. Want to go here. Ah, run. Uh-oh. Oh, God. You gotta be kidding me. Don't let it end here. Don't let it end here! Oh, God. This cannot be the end. Okay. So let's take the stairs. Pause. So that took me to there. And from here is where my path would diverge between going to the boss and going to the sword that we need. So I'm going to go up and around the corner. To the right. Uh-oh. Nope, not doing it. Run. Around the corner. Up, 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 up. Come on. Up. Over. God damn it. Oh, you guys suck. Every 2 steps. Alright, so, uh-oh. Use Radiant again. I want to go south to the stairs. Right here. Alright. Pause. Only path to follow is to the stairs to the northwest of where I'm at. God damn it. Oh, great. Run. I am just not equipped for this yet. Level or weapon. Okay, go. Out to the stairs. Up and over. Stairs. I think we're here. Or... not quite. We have one more set of stairs to go up, and then we're there. So I gotta go around this little snaking path I'm on right now, and then we're there. I better heal. Okay. Down. Over. Up, up. Come on. Up, up. There's a little bit of a hitch when you... I'll fight him. We can do this now. You're probably gonna get killed for this. Can't let him avoid the fight. Or avoid the hits. If he avoids the hits, I'm screwed. Got him. Let's use an herb. You burn that. Down. And there it is. Let's claim our prize. Found Erdrick's sword. So our damage now is 108. That is the best equipment that you can get in the game. There is no Erdrick's shield that you can pick up. The silver shield is the best one in the game. Let's see if I can go ahead and teleport outside. There we go. And let me do one more. We'll do a return, go all the way back to Cantlin Castle. Hey guys, I made it! I didn't finish the dungeon yet. We'll go ahead and heal up, and we'll go ahead and call it an episode. So, we accomplished... Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, game. Thank you for letting me know. Good. Got all my health, talk to him, get my magic back. So, we got a lot done in this episode. I beelined every major thing that I needed to accomplish before we could finish the game. Now I can't get out because guard is blocking my path. These guys are idiots. We'll go ahead and stop right here. We made our way all the way over to Cantlin on the southwest continent of the map. Yes, we did have to avoid a lot of fights because the enemies are very difficult, and there was no way I was going to be able to beat them given the build that I had at that point in time. The game, obviously, at this point wants you to spend significant time grinding for experience before you go and take on the final challenges. But we made it to Cantlin safely. We had to put the Golem to sleep outside with the Fairy Flute, which was not working as well as I would have liked. We found the Green Dragon fight way easier by comparison. And we got inside, bought the Flame Sword and the Silver Shield, used that equipment to go to the town of Hauksness, where we were told that there was a special item hidden behind a shopkeep. But, of course, the town looks like it had been destroyed at some point. I think in the lore, it's supposed to be that Dragonlord attacked that town and destroyed it. We got Erdrick's armor from the town of Hauksness. It gave us the passive buff to avoid damage from swamps as well as recovering health. So you get 2 buffs from it. And use that to go into the poison swamps below where Cantlin is on the map to a very specific point that they give you coordinates for to find Erdrick's token. Used Erdrick's token along with the Staff of Rain and the Stones of Sunlight to get the Rainbow Drop from the cave south of Remoldar. Use that to create the bridge to get to the final castle of the game. I don't remember what the name of the castle is. And then went inside, followed a very long, complex path that I probably would have struggled to figure out on my own. Got the final sword, which is Erdrick's sword. The only thing left to do in the game is go back to the castle, defeat Dragonlord, get the Ball of Light. What I will do between episodes, because we're not going to do this all on camera, I'm going to spend the time it takes to get up to level 25, because your experience points, again, are going to cap at the requirement of 4,000 per each level once I get to 16. So it's going to be a pretty flat experience going through each of those fights that we need to finish to get the experience points. I'll do it all off camera, and then the final episode we'll go ahead and finish up the series, and I'll offer my final review. It has been a surprisingly brisk experience. I think that's probably a good thing because this game does not have a ton in terms of story. There's almost no equipment that you find in the field. We only found the sword and the armor, and everything else we've had to buy. So there was not much to do outside of the main quest. A lot of the game just involves you going town to town to town, buying better equipment, go to the next region, buy better equipment, go to the next region. I think that is something I have to factor when I'm talking about the game, the oversimplicity of the design of this game. There's plenty of strengths, but that is something that we have to talk about when we get to it. That's going to do it for episode 7. Hopefully, the next episode will be the final episode of the series. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.